Hello and welcome to this week's coffee vlog. It's Friday the 27th of September and I'm heading home at 5:30. That's pretty good going really, isn't it? Someone sneak out before them. And yes, I am not currently on a flight back from Turkey because I never went to Turkey on Tuesday. Thanks to booking flights with Thomas Cook Airlines. Yes, that was a bit of a disaster. So yes, Thomas Cook Airlines were the only ones that did a good service to Izmir, where Topa are, and that was the flight I had booked on Tuesday. And so yes, Thomas Cook went bankrupt Sunday night, so out the window went my flight. But at least I wasn't stuck somewhere like many people have been, or in a hotel that was barricading people in, and there's been all sorts of stories of people being demanded extra money because the hotels thought they weren't going to get paid, so they weren't going to let them leave the hotel unless they paid up the bill that they presumed they weren't getting, and all sorts. So yeah, it's been a right thing, but I mean, on the grand scheme of things, it wasn't such a disaster for me that I didn't get to fly out to Turkey on Tuesday. In fact, I'd got a lot of other things to do, so... and in fact, it's been a really busy week at work, so it wouldn't have been a great week to be disappearing off. But that's sort of how things go. So, no trip to Turkey. Let's say last weekend... on Saturday we went magnet fishing. Now that was quite a successful and interesting excursion, to be honest. We dredged some interesting stuff. We didn't dredge my existing magnet, annoyingly, back out of the lake that unscrewed itself from the hook. So I'm a bit cheesed off about that, but just keep going. We're bound to grab it eventually. But we did grab the most amazing amount of things out of the park lake. 4 spanners, would you believe? And these fairly sizable spanners as well. Why anyone would throw them in the lake? A giant metal spike. I mean, it could have been like a metal fence pole. I don't know. It looked pretty brutal, actually. It was at least sort of 3 foot high. You know, it was a fair size, and it got a sharp point. It was definitely to drive into something. So dragged that out. We also got a fishing lure little piece from fishing, like metal thing and shiny fishy thing, which was quite cool. A few coins that nothing ancient, just random coins people have decided to throw in 2s and 5s. We did hook up. We moved on from the park after giving up on picking up anything useful out there. Moved on to the big lake. We're having a go there. I actually got a fishing stool, so like the 3-point stool that you fishermen would take and then just pop up and to sit down or rest on, because it's not really good. It's got no back to it. It's just like a little stool. Dredged that out, would you believe? So I don't know if someone accidentally dropped it in at some point, or just threw it in because they'd had enough of it. Who knows? But they've got that dredged out. A few other interesting bits of metalwork, and then bizarrely an entire exhaust system, and it was a big exhaust system. I'm talking probably about 10 foot odd long exhaust system with a bit of a box at one end, and it's just like, what the devil's that doing in there? So we dredged that out, which we found pretty amusing. I didn't actually get to take a photo of that one. I photographed most other things, so I could post that on Steam, but I didn't photograph the exhaust. I don't know, it was right at the end, I think we were just about done. And I didn't think it was that exciting looking, because it was just an exhaust. But yeah, so that was the amazing magnet fishing. So I had quite a good time doing that. I can hear a beeping, but I don't know what it is. I don't think it's me. Okay. Right, so we'll go in and get rid of my parcels and be back to finish off. See ya. Okay, we're back with Mr. Nellis's words of wisdom. I've got a rubbish bag in the back behind my head. My things for you to talk about on your vlog. Me, as I've been watching Batman starring Michael Keaton to match my getting more energy after my Alton Towers trip. Very good. Me, as I've been to Golden Acre Park on Monday afternoon and Bradford Industrial Museum as a Pennine Magpie trip on Tuesday morning. Very exciting. You've been everywhere, Richard. 3, Michael Barrymore set for Dancing on Ice. That'll be interesting. Oh, I have someone behind me now. Me, as I've been playing Rambo at Electric Bowl on Thursday evening. 5, more on Batman, as it was the 80th anniversary of him on Sunday on the new Joker film. 6, Halifax Model Railway Exhibition, as I might go tomorrow. And are you and your sons interested of those sorts of things? Not really. An evening with Sir Michael Parkinson coming to the Victoria Theatre on 13th of February. David Woodhead's eye operation being sorted, as it will be on the 12th of October. Oh, very good. I'm sure he'll be very pleased about that, won't he? Oh, we just missed out, didn't I? And now there's a massive queue of traffic. Oh, how very annoying. So, yes, magnet fishing was very enjoyable. Oh, he's letting me out. Oh. I think he was anyway, I'm not sure, but I've gone anyway. And he's not running into me, so that's all good. I'm a bit wonky today, and I don't know why wonky donkey. That's a bit bitter. So yes, magnet fishing is good. Sunday didn't really do a lot, and then went to my dad's to do Sunday lunch. So that was about Sunday really. And the subline on Sunday was actually about magnet fishing, which we did on Saturday. But I thought I'll do that. It's been pouring with rain all day, and suddenly there's blue skies appeared now. How bizarre! So yeah, that was it. Back to work Monday, and it's been a pretty busy old week, one way or the other. Oh dear me, the learner's coming up here. I mean, the week before I'd done so much roasting, to get myself ahead. Just in case, because with me supposed to being away, I would need it. But still had more to finish off, because I had that big 25 kilo order, which was, let's say, it was impressively time consuming. So I had that to finish, and I was expecting him to come in the afternoon, and he rang about 10 o'clock and said he was on his way, and I'd still got 2 roasts of his stuff to do and pack. So he turned up while I was just finishing one and then starting the next, as it was. So that was all a bit hectic, but I got it all sorted, and it took his coffee away, so hopefully he'll be happy. And then yeah, it's just been one of those really busy weeks. We seem to have had lots of stuff go out and sort of random sudden orders, so been pretty good, keeping us on his toes. Of course, Apple released new iOS 13, which was the first vlog with it last week, and it actually seemed to work okay. Don't seem to be having too many problems with it on my phone at the moment. Notes, after it had first installed, I'd gone to Notes and it was blank. And I was having a panic attack because I used my Notes for everything. It's got all my roast details on and blends and pricing for people and all sorts. So that would have been a bit of a nightmare. But in the end, it was okay. So a few opens and closes of it. I think the problem was I was stuck. I wasn't connected to any internet when I'd opened it for some reason. It wasn't working right or something. So I think maybe that affected him. But anyway, that sorted itself out, and generally on the whole it's been behaving itself. Battery life's been, that's about the same, I'd have said, and not bad, but not brilliant.
40 miles per hour.
I mean, I easily get a day out of the iPhone X, but sometimes it just seems to drain a bit more than others, and I don't ever know. I can understand why. So yeah, not really tried it on the iPads. The iPad one came out this week, didn't it? And I'm still waiting for Mac OS Catalina to be released. I don't think that's actually out yet. I ought to double check when it is out. That actually I appear to be stuck at the moment. The latest beta for it, Catalina, it keeps telling me it needs installing, and then it does its reboot to install it. It kind of starts and then it just stops and then goes back to logging in as normal, and it hasn't installed it, and then it tells me it needs to install it, and it wants to go through the whole process again. So I keep doing that over and over and over. So it says install it, so I click to install. It has to download it every time as well, which is even more annoying. And then yeah, it goes to try, and somehow it just aborts itself at some point and then reboots back how it was. So I'm not really sure what I can do to amend that, except waiting until the public release and then disconnecting from the beta, and then it'll let me install the public version, maybe, hopefully. I don't know. I'm not too worried because it's all working perfectly well. The only thing that's annoying me slightly is, for some reason, texts are coming through to the computer from a phone fine if they're from people, but if the sort of the web login ones, they're not coming through to the computer, but they are coming on my phone and watch still. I can't for the life of me fathom out why it's selectively choosing real people to let the text through from, but not these app ones, because the app ones are actually the more interesting ones to have on your computer, because it'll autofill the it'll autofill the password, you know, because these are the login ones that you need it. Your 6-digit code to log into whatever website or whatever. So the ones that you really want on the computer, and they aren't coming through to the computer. I don't know why that is. So I was kind of hoping that would be fixed in an update, but who knows? We'll wait and see, I suppose, won't we? I don't know. Oh God. So yes. Why is it so busy here? So other than that, I've not really done anything this week on a night except get home, not do a lot for 2 hours, and then pretty much go bed, and that's it, sleep. I've not watched anything, no movies or anything exciting like that. No, I did actually, no, tell a lie, I watched the new Hellboy one, and that was pretty good. Although I can't say, and that might have been at the weekend, I can't remember now. I'll lose track, you know. But that was pretty good. Hellboy was pretty good. What's going on now? It's like wacky races around here. So yeah, I've not done, pretty much done nothing on Steam blockchain, even though I'm kind of just burned out from work at the moment, and I get home and I'm just like, I just can't face doing anything, and like I say, I just literally just chill out for a few hours when I get home doing nothing, and then it's like, alright, I'm going to sleep now, that's it, I'll sleep, and then get up and work all day, and then get home and just not want to do out when I get home. So what Steam I'll be doing will be over the weekend, really, because that's all I did last week, really, as well. So, well, that's how it is at the moment. So I'm trying to get going with the White Rose Coffee Roasters Instagram now, and get some of the social sort of stuff get going with that. So I'm trying to pick up lots of the places that we're already dealing with, and also find new ones to maybe generate a bit of interest. So I'm getting there slowly but surely. And yeah, hopefully it'll it's a lovely clear sky now. It's amazing. It's been absolutely pouring all day, although I think they say tomorrow and tomorrow night's going to be worse, but we'll see. So yeah, not a lot else of interest has been happening, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, no, sorry, no, just fly doors open. Don't mind me coming along. Oh, loons they are. So I don't know when I'll upload this. It might be tonight. It probably won't be tonight, actually. I'm just thinking, I'm in that same mood. I'm going to get home and then just do not a lot for a few hours and go to sleep, and that's it. That'll be my Friday night. Party on, dudes. Always exciting with me. Damn it. It's apparently Friday night's learner driver night. Would you believe it? Alright, where are you going, learner? No, if you're stopping there, I'm going this way. Suits me. Motorbike, no helmet, bits hanging off the bike. Yeah, they absolutely want to die around here, they really do. You can't believe it, right? Get the nutbags who race around. I'm not going slow, but I'm not exactly racing around like some of them do. And I do pay attention to the fact that there are kids about and that they tend to have no general road sense, so you have to be ready to stop at a fraction of a second when one of them decides they're just going to run across the road. One of the little boys from our street did that last week, trying to get across this sweetie van, and decided to run across the road just as a car was coming. It was apparently extremely close. He nearly ended up getting squished. So I think he didn't get out of the house for a few days after that. Right, here we go, back home. Bins everywhere because it's been bin day, and the binmen's just like dump them whatever they fancy, not necessarily where they should be. So, oh, this is itch on the nosy, itch on the nosy. Right, there. So, that's it. No little men this week coming out to harass us. That's something good. So have good weekends, and next week I'll catch you in. I'm still wonky. It's wonkied itself while we've been going. How odd. Yes, I'll catch you next week's coffee vlog. Okay, see ya.